Welcome back, folks. Third period of action. Two Jacks, no Coke, first the 5-minute majors. Both teams tied at 2. I'm your host, Jason Stitcher, joined by Jessica Nayrod and a little bit by Chrissy Manfrey. She is here on the bench. She is chiming in every now and again. Shot by the Jacks, save by the majors goaltender. And that will be the first shot of the period. The Jacks actually getting outshot that period 10-6, but the Jacks able to get 2 quick goals and are now tied. Jacks doing a good job the last period on the PK. That's where most of the major shots occurred, but Sean Sampson was able to stop every shot that came his way. Another shot attempt by Jake Smith, but it goes wide. Kate battling for it for the majors. Paul ends up with it. He's going to pass it to his teammate. Yep, Tim was able to hit it away. Play continuing right below us, folks. Paul has it. Dumps it deep into the Jack zone. Tim is going to end up with it.
Are you here?
Tim has it again. He tries to dump it, but Sarah is able to keep it in, but only for a moment. Fitz has it now.
Yeah, Fitz.
Fitz has a bit of a breakaway. Shot attempt, but it goes wide. David was pressuring him. Tic-tac-toe passing, but it doesn't result in a shot on net. Majors pressuring now. Jake Smith ends up with it. He's going to dump it to Fitz, but it's going to be kept in by David. David's going to dump it deep. Tim has it again. Pass to Paul. Shot and a save by Sean Sampson. I don't even know if the shot came his way, but he was able to stop it. Fitz has another breakaway, battling with David. Pass to Jake Smith. Shot attempt, but Paul is able to catch out of the air, and he's going to hit in the neutral zone. And
good pressure.
And I thought the refs whistled that dead. Yep, they did. The majors players looking at each other, wondering if play was in fact whistled dead. It was, because of an offsides call. It had hit Fitz as he was coming out of the zone. And so the face-off will occur shortly. Chris Breen and Scott Fairchild taking the face-off for their teams. Won by Scott. Scott's going to dump it deep into the Jack zone. Ben has it now. Sorry, folks, I was sitting down there. I'm standing now, so I can have a better view. Scott Fairchild able to keep it in for the majors. Some board work there now. Scott still has the puck. It's going to be hit to Kate, but it's going to go to Chris Breen, but only for a second. He can't get a handle on it. Jen hits in the neutral zone. Majors got a touch up. They do.
I love how you can tell the field hockey players as well.
Hit along the boards there. Scott Fairchild has it. An attempted pass to Kate, but it gets by her. Chris Breen putting on the pressure, but not able to end up with the puck. Kate's going to move up along the boards rather, near us. Kate dumps it in. It goes to Sean. He's going to cover it up, and play is going to be whistled dead. I think Sean was deciding whether he should play it for a second, but probably a wise move to cover up there. Both teams getting a bit of a change going now. Mike and Scott to take the face-off for their respective teams. Won by the majors. Shot attempt. Sean Sampson able to stop it. Tries to take a whack at it. He fans on it, so he decides to fall on it. And that will result in the face-off occurring left side. Chrissy Manfrey, what have you seen thus far in this game?
This game, it's pretty tough. Both teams want it, liking it. The D on their team is pretty good. Number 19 has good possession on 5-minute major.
Yep, that's Kate for 5-minute majors.
Their other D has a shot, pretty good shot. Hit it
Good observations from Chrissy Manfrey, who again is with the 2 Jacks No Coke, but she is not playing right now. She's in jeans and not fancy shoes, but shoes that probably aren't for floor hockey play. They're nicer than what I would wear out there. Anyway. So, kept in by Kieran. It's gonna be hit up by the Majors, out of the zone. Allison Rapp will go to retrieve it. She does, but Tom Van Haren is there to put the pressure on. Shot attempt, and it's caught by Sean Sampson. Good glove by Sean.
I'd like to see people talk to each other more, so you know where to be. Better communication. Says the girl that's not playing.
Still, a good observation nonetheless. Jacks need to communicate more if they expect to win this game. It's still tied right now, 2-2. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Mike taking up, but it's kept in by the Majors. Chris
Nice.
is going to work for it now. He has it. Chris of the Majors. Chris with the K. Shot attempt. It doesn't get through traffic. Kieran has it. He's going to hit up to Frank Modica. It is out of the zone. So Tom had to jump. Hit by Sean. To Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's going to hit it to Mike. But it is hit out of the zone. Jacks have to touch up. They do. Frank's trying to get it out. Mike goes to help him out there. And they need to spread out a little bit more. They're a little bunched up there. And Mike is able to dump it into the zone. Frank is going to pressure. Chris ends up with it. Behind his own net. Chris passes it to Carey, but it bounced off her, and on the second effort, she's able to hit out of the zone. Kieran hits it up now. And Mike is offsides. Frank hadn't touched up. Mike thought he did, so they're still off. Jacks are still off. A little communication issue, as you mentioned, Chrissy. And Kieran is going to retrieve it for the Jacks. He hits it up, retrieves his own rebound, and then takes it up himself. And Frank Modica is going to be called for wheeling. And he knows it too. And the Majors taking it up now. The Majors goaltender wondering if he should be pulled.
Come on, 2 Jacks.
And the Majors still pressuring, still putting a shot on.
Nice.
Sean was able to save it. Chris has it. And a shot attempt, but it doesn't go, and the Jacks are able to touch up.
High stick green.
Yep. High stick from Frank Modica. It wouldn't be a 2 Jacks No Coke game though without a penalty from Frank, so Frank has his penalty quota for the game now. He might take another one, I don't know though. Hopefully not, for the Jacks' sake.
Hopefully not.
Jacks on the PK. Jacks doing a very good job last period on the PK, so hopefully they can replicate that success. We will see. Jacks need 2 females out on the floor, so Fitzroy Morrison is going to come off, and the other Jacks female, Jen, is going to come on. David wins the battle with Tim. Shot attempt, but it doesn't get through traffic. Behind the 2 Jacks net. Hit up to Jake. Jake and David battling for the puck. Shot attempt. Oh! Paul had a wide open net, but he couldn't put it in. David able to keep it in the zone. Shot saved by Sean. Sean's getting hit behind the net. It's going to go to Paul. Paul's going to try and pass it. Shot, but it goes wide. Goes around the boards. David's going to take a shot attempt now.
You guys open up. Get the body. Aha.
In the air over the net. Tim is there to try and retrieve it, but 2 Majors players there able to pass it to each other. Shot attempt. Doesn't go in. Sean tries to hit it. Shot by Sarah. Another shot attempt. Hit the side of the post, I believe. I'm not sure if Sean had a piece of it. He might have. Jake Smith has it in the corner. Battle in the corner there. Pass to center to Kate. Kate's going to shoot it, and it's in! So a good shot by Kate, and it gets past Sean over his shoulder. And that's going to make it 3-2 in favor of the Majors thus far. The Jacks' luck on the penalty kill running out. Too many shots, not able to get out of the zone, and that is the result.
Jacks, get it back.
Jake from Dean and Sarah is the call. Or I'm sorry, Kate, not Jake. I think
Here we go, Chris. Keep
Kate
possession.
from Dean and Sarah. Allison Rapp battling with Sarah along the boards there. Sarah's able to keep it in, but only for a moment. Josh has it now. Jack's trying to break out. Broken up by Kate, who just had the goal.
Here we go, Ben.
Absolutely. Played
I
up.
wonder if Molly knows about her, the first lady.
Yep. If not, she'll have to put a word in because she is having an outstanding game. Pass up to Scott Fairchild. He has it now. He tries to put a shot on it. Goes wide. Sean's gonna stop the puck with the stick and then cover it up. 4 minutes left to go in the game, folks. That goal puts the Majors up by 1. If it remains a 1-goal game, then the clock will stop with under a minute left. If it's a tie game, the clock will continue to roll. And if it does end up in a tie, there is no overtime, no shootouts this season, nothing like that. If it's a tie, it ends in a tie. In the regular season. The playoffs will be different, but for the regular season, if it ends, it ends. Shot attempt, it doesn't get through traffic. It's hit out by Josh. No, it's kept in by the Majors. Shot attempt, and it's in! A tough angle shot.
That was really impressive. And I don't know who that guy is, but
We'll get the call shortly. But what a tough angle. Who what? Jeff unassisted is the call, so there he is. He's coming off for a change, but that was just a tough angle shot that was almost at the red line, and he was able to put it in. Yeah.
Very hard angle.
Very hard angle to score from, but he was able to do so, able to get it past Sean, and it is 4-2 in favor of the Majors. So, and offside.
Now, if I were the Jacks, I'd be thinking about calling a timeout soon.
Absolutely, 2:40 left.
Early, but when you're down by 2, you have to pull the goalie earlier.
Yep. Good point, Jess. And the Jacks not choosing to use their timeout yet. Clock will continue to roll. And because it is a 2-goal game, if the Majors ice it at this point, they will be called for a penalty. So it will be interesting to see if it comes to that. Kate's going to take it in the zone, though. Tom has it. Shot attempt. Stopped by Sean. Carey's able to poke it away. And the Majors will continue to push into the zone. Kate has it, but it ends up in Mike, off of Mike's stick.
Frank's there.
Mike's going to dump it in. Frank Modica's going to try to retrieve it. He does. Shot attempt from that same wide angle, but it doesn't go in for Frank.
Someone get by the post. Yep. Okay.
Mike's working in the corner there. Good moves by Mike. Pass to Frank, but doesn't get through traffic. And Tom is able to hit out of the zone. Kieran's going to have to wait for his team to touch up. And they don't, and I think this is going to go all the way down. Yes, it will. No. Suds is indicating that it will go just outside the zone. Yeah, still no timeout, interestingly, by the Jacks. 1:25 left in the game.
I guess they're not going to use it.
Any unused timeouts, folks, are donated to charity. Won by nobody, but the Majors end up with it. They're going to hit it down. Breakaway opportunity, it just goes just wide. Sean might have got a piece of it too. Not entirely certain. That was a shot attempt, but that one goes wide. Paul's gonna try and shoot it. It's hit up to Frank.
There we go. You got it,
hits up to Jen.
Come on, Jen. Go, Jen.
Jen's gonna pass to Mike. Mike has it.
Oh.
Pass attempt to Jen, but it doesn't connect. 40 seconds left in the game, folks. So the Jacks have not pulled their goalie. They have not called a timeout, and the clock is continuing to run.
Jen and Mike, here we go.
Jen keeps it in, hits it up, but Kate ends up with it. It doesn't get through the goaltender. Mike putting on good pressure. Oh, and it gets past Kieran, and Paul has a breakaway. And good defense by the Jacks. First shot attempt, but Sean hit it away. Kieran has it. 10 seconds. Carey has it, pass in front. It goes behind the net. And that'll do it, folks. That will be the end of the game. Two Jacks, no Coke, falling to 5-minute majors, 4-2. You mentioned it, Jess, that the Jacks did not use their timeout in either of the stoppages.
I was very surprised because normally, even if it's too soon to pull your goalie, if you have a stoppage, you want to call your timeout and decide when it's going to happen at 2 minutes, at a minute and a half.
So 10-0 in favor of the majors. So just like the first period when the Jacks did not have a single shot on net, the third period ends up the same way.
Wow.
And that is why the Jacks have fallen 4-2 to the majors, in my opinion at least. There are a couple other things too, but getting outshot and getting outplayed in the first and third periods. We see the handshake here, folks. And that is all she wrote. So thank you very much for tuning in, folks. This has been your fourth and last feature game of Week 6 DCHL action. If you want to look at the standings, the stats, everything, it's on the official DCHL website, playdchl.com. I've been your host, Jason Stitcha. I am joined by Jessica Nayrod and Chrissy Manfree. Thank you very much for joining me.
No problem.
This period of play sponsored by Reebok. We'll see you folks next week.